back, everyone. I'm eating a taco. Well, technically, actually, I'm eating a burrito. The reason why is because here's the thing. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'll be honest. Anyway. Alright. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm eating this burrito anyway. It's good. I'm having Taco Bell. Mostly because today's the cryo and I don't get to talk much. Anyway, let's jump into it. I probably should start eating during the trial. Well, shit. Anyway. I want to get the good ending, so I'm gonna spoil it for myself, so. Well, Byakuya and Toko showed up together. Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We're investigating, of course. How can you not figure that out at this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you to go all together? Just the two of you?
Huh?
What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking to brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what's about to happen, I immediately sensed up and prepare myself. But we stood there for a full 5 minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. I would have thought something would happen too. But no, nothing weird happens. What the fuck? And 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on? Why hasn't Monokuma shut up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? So what should we do? What should we do? Maybe we keep waiting here, or what?
What?
Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why'd you waste my time and make me wait like this? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start until everyone's here. Now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting for 10 minutes now. But it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
I'm here, and the rule's been broken. Kyoko. Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight during the class trial, you need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But it's okay, there's no particular penalty for being late.
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish. I'm so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'm sure you'll be sorry later. Anyway, I'll tell you butts on the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. Bye. With Monokuma gone, we all rushed to Kyoko. Kyoko? So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm glad you're okay. Perhaps not necessarily a good thing to us. Huh? He's right, now we gotta deal with the ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the class trial. Without looking at Kyoko, we all get a step towards the elevator. Master, wait for me. A good call. Who knows what will happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial's over. Same. And that one after another, everyone piled in the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the class trial. I am a simp, so. Listen, before we get started, I want to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used the key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So
correct.
I want to investigate the second floor of the dorms. the second floor.
That's right.
There aren't even monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed this announcement because of that. I had no idea that body had been discovered. And when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came down. Just time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to the trial completely uninformed, can I?
However...
I'm sorry I kept you waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, and that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in school. What? What? Okay.
Just a second.
Hey, what's he? Okay. Goddamn.
Makoto.
We can go all in details after we go. Right now, we're trying to focus on surviving others.
It would seem...
Because it's probably the single most crucial moment for me so far. Yeah, okay, don't worry. For her, that's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important to everyone, so... Yeah.
Goodbye.
Thinking that, yeah. Where's my food? There's my food. Oh, wow. Yep. And door slid shut. It feels empty in here. This time the clunking sound was loud enough for me to hear my ears when dreading began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever used to the mental pressure coming up with the preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, no one said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. All immeasurable point appeared, door opened a warning, like dazing light. It wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this moment, for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time and pointless jokes and jabs have passed.
Thrills! Chills!
Let's get on with the show! Finally. And so, oh, I fucking get it. Actually, I don't really need a save. Yes, I've been using everything when I get a chance. What skills? Do I have any assist skills? Algorithm. Open hand. I usually already have all stuff ready. So, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
She's alive.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Yeah,
Then
what's
let's
your
compare
hand?
Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
1 point ratio. It's the gloves.
I got it!
Because the corpse
I'm
doesn't have gloves
talking
on.
about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, damn you.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Yeah.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
I don't think that corpse had. I don't think the corpse had gloves on before the explosion. Anyway, we can prove why we're gonna stiff him. Yeah, I have no choice but to. Yeah, we have to. Yeah. What is there? Oh, I'm basically spoiling for myself. I already know.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Yeah.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Kyoko.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. 'Cause
Wait,
that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
that's what it was, right? Yeah, that's what it
This
was.
entire discussion is idiotic.
Yes, yes, it is. I know that. Yeah.
That
Kyoko there. Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing.
they got burnt up in the explosion.
Thank you, Kyoko, for that.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
I'm gonna. Before you ask, yes, I'm basically doing this for me. We're just gonna get through this episode.
No,
because I need to.
There's no way
I
the
just wanna get
corpse
my.
was wearing gloves.
Also, I want to get all these videos out of the way because I know this is near the end of the game. So
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
yes.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
You're an idiot.
Anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
Yeah.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
You see, not a ghost.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Yeah, but he's an idiot.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Fucking idiot. Before anything, we had that. Yeah. Everything starts from there. Alright, so what's that? Sprinkle. I don't even know how to.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
I'm like,
There's
she is a.
gotta be some way to figure it out.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition,
Yeah.
and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the
Oh,
body...
wait, is this one?
Then there's nothing else we can do, right? If Kyoko really is still...
Then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so. The face was scorched, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
No, that's wrong.
I'm probably doing my fucking food while.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
Yeah.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Green hairs are the unusual. The fuck?
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
So yeah, the design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it to be like, you're my bitch.
God fucking damn you, Toko.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, you're dumb.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
You idiots.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You bring a tattoo, the other information we have. Yeah. What was it again? Oh, okay.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so to show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
An image of Fenrir. Yeah. It's a wolf. We already know this. I didn't need to be spoiled for that one, man. That was already out here. Should I just press the what? Nah, I'm not.
Now I understand.
I'm sorry for hitting my mic a lot. It's just because I'm eating
The
corn chop.
representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
You see him?
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Yeah.
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
Apparently.
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Oh.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
She's like, why'd you tell them this? AK, in my defense, it was part of class trial. We needed information.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying that she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Yeah.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope
Victim.
Peak Academy headmaster after all.
Big tongue.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in
Yeah.
the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
Bonk.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
I mean, yeah, there was a 16th student hiding all along. There's a chance.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Not pause.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
My money's on you.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain.
Yeah, was it because you guys want to go
Just
fuck?
after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs.
Yeah.
All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis...
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. I can't understand. However, I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Yeah?
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Yes.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
Yeah?
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh,
Yeah.
but what time did we find the body?
9
The one
a.m.,
who saw
right?
the body first was Toko,
It was
right?
like 9 a.m. when
And
they
she
found
would-
her, right? Yeah, because it was like just a bit over, just...
I got it!
It was almost 9.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Yeah, this.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Yeah. That's pretty. Yeah. Sorry, my food just went to go down my stomach right now. Don't mind me.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
So,
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10
4
o'clock
o'clock, 5 o'clock.
to 7:30.
That's more
Okay,
than
then.
enough time to commit
9:30.
murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Yeah.
We've established a time frame. It took place
Somewhere between 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Yeah.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
Really? Let's see what you remember.
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
I mean, that was after the explosion.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you use such indecent words?
What?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out.
Man, you're totally wacko.
Yeah, I know.
You really think it wasn't the sprinkler? You'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that wasn't spring, but I got. I'll do this. Toko with certain evidence. Well, then again, Toko was like knocked the fuck out for like half the time, considering it's Toko.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you.
What was it again?
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
It was this, right?
This should prove it.
Oh, I didn't lose one. I just realized. I was actually concentrating this
Just
time. Holy
remember what
shit.
the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Yeah.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so sick of her.
Same.
Let's just move on.
Agreed.
The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Small brain.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Someone had an hour and a half.
Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, but of course, no, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko killed someone.
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
I mean, we've been blaming you for this whole time.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Why?
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take was covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Why am I'm simping for her, but I'm still being bullied. It's the tarp. Where's the tarp actually? I don't know. Actually, oh, that was actually just. Oh, it's halfway through.
I got it!
Look, I'm
You're
almost
talking
full.
about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
What the fuck? Why would Kyoko say that? Why does she want to make me look like I'm the... Yeah. Tarp. Yeah. My body.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyo's motive. I can't worry about Kyo's motivations if I don't do something. Yeah, after a few words. Alright.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Yeah.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
That's it.
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Huh, let's see.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Well,
And
maybe
we
the
recorded that
culprit
yesterday.
washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
When
If
what?
they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? What is camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
The chickens, because there's like 4 of them now, right? And there was 5 beforehand.
I got it!
And look, I'm fully
Could it have
healed.
been chicken blood?
Chicken.
What? Chicken blood?
Chicken. I have chickens.
When I
have
checked the
chickens.
chicken
Someone fed
coop before the
chicken.
murder, there were 5 chickens. But
I missed
after
that
the
one.
murder, there
It
were
was my
only
favorite.
4.
That's my favorite chicken.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
That chicken did nothing
Killing a
wrong,
living
man.
thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Dude!
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
Yeah.
The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No.
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Yeah.
Then that settles it.
Huh?
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up.
Same.
What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Yes.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
Yeah.
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Wait,
I
how?
must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
What about hers though? She doesn't have a fucking alibi at all. She's not giving shit. I may be a simp, but fuck, I still have standards. And this suspicion, all the suspicion falls back on me. Why? Why is Kyoto trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
What the fuck?
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No,
No.
not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
Yeah.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Yeah.
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Then why wasn't there blood in the back?
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
Can't be sure exactly what happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything till now, I should probably be able to make it here. I prove I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. What is it? Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Yeah.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No, wait.
So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
Stab, stab.
What
What
a
the fuck
horrible
said
man
that?
you are, Makoto.
What the fuck sounds stab, stab?
The
I just.
knife we found lodged. It's the same. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that, that seals it. Just because I have that automatic?
Well, getting
Stabbed is what killed.
No,
Like,
that's wrong.
we just established it was a disguise, didn't we?
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it. In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
That would make no sense, though. Next. It's the Monokuma file, right?
I got it!
Okay, just making sure I got it right.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
It's fucking
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Toko flying is pretty poggers.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Yes.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Yes.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Yeah. The explanation I can think of that fragment. One of this thing is just a fragment. Yes, I'm just gonna make this. Alright, I'm not gonna keep you guys here too long.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Yes.
You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course,
Yeah, it was the bomb.
we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Well, they dismantled.
It's part of a bomb.
Yeah, look. Hornets.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
Yeah.
They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Yeah.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. We need to concentrate. Oh, we have an absorb one.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Yes.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure,
Uh-huh.
I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
Yeah.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Only leaves, yeah.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
No, that's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear
Yeah.
that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
Blunt object.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
You know, he may be an idiot, but that's actually smart. Wait, I'm not thinking of committing murders.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Never mind.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
We'll test it on you, Toko.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
What the fuck, Toko?
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Poggers.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Real murder weapon.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
Shut it.
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting him, because there's one thing about the weapon, it's more secret. What's the tape?
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Yeah.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Oh, shit.
Talking back to Master.
Shut it.
You have no right!
Shut it, simp. Ironic.
The titanium arrow.
Yeah.
It was in the dojo locker, right?
Yeah.
I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound...
Well, because in the it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too...
No, that's wrong.
My glasses are dirty.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
But when they
It's
get
similar
blood...
to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Oh, yes, this
One
fable.
stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Yes.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Were you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one— the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show
No.
us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Alright. I have evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. Must be cool. It was the, Oh, there it is.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true—
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
I told you I'm a simp.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Oh,
What?
she was protecting me. Does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be what should mean Kyoko? She killed someone for me.
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Miyaki should know better than anyone. What does that mean? I have to absorb one again. Shit.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Oof.
Master would never hide something from me!
Yes, you would.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But
Oh,
could
that's
I
it, right?
really have done
Yeah,
that?
that's... Yeah, she can't... Oh, wait, that's
Those
right now.
words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
I see.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
Yes, you would.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Yeah.
Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Oh,
And if
sweet.
I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without
Yeah.
my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
That is
Am
true.
I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
Small brain. No, that's not actually true. What is clear? What this isn't like her. Trying to save herself with a desperate lie. Does she really feel there's threatened because she's the killer? Or is there something else? It's deeper meaning. Yeah. You vote me out like I. I've trusted Kyoko this whole time, and I am a simp. But what if it's not really true? Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro. And Kyoko killed her? Kyoko wrote. Am I supposed to know? Kyoko's lying. Am I the only one? Who can I trust? What am I? What do I do? I want to pursue the lie, but I see that's going to cause me a bad ending. If I let it go, we continue. I don't want to get the bad ending. And what's the bad ending is? Oh, no, I understand what it is now. I'm a simp, so let it go. I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill anyone. The fact that she said she was protecting you, I kind of understand that. Maybe just she does know something that we don't.
Does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
Wait, you're the only one who asked us?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
Yeah.
You! What are you trying to imply?
But
He's
of
so
course
saying.
I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Yeah.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial.
That is true.
And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's what—
Okay, time's up!
What?
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
But
What? Time's up?
we never had a
What do
time
you
to-
mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay?
I've only
Everyone,
been recording for,
please
like,
vote
I've
using
been
the
recording for
lever
barely
in
an
front
hour.
of you.
Voting time?
I've been barely recording for an hour. What the hell? I only got A's mostly because I cheated. Just like high school all over again. 87 coins. Cool. Bonkers.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
You're back. Sorry, I have to do something quickly. You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yep, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole class trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always, just like all the other class trials, and it's gonna end the same way.
Thrills!
It's time for your heart-pounding,
chills!
positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko,
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Oh, for fuck's sakes. This is, what they say, this is what the kids call not poggers. Ah, fuck. Oh, shit. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Why are we learning about this? Why am I learning about this of all things? Wait, what the fuck? My nose itchy.
What?
What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, that had to be.
This
Alter
is-
ego. Alter ego? Is this some stupid vibes from that stupid guy? He must have planned it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe it.
It would
It
seem...
seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What is that?
In other words...
I'm saying you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Hmm.
What are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch. An itch. This stupid virus is gone now. Got it. And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage spew pit. In a way, that's even better. Special punishment. That's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the whole world. Is he gone? Hey Kyoko, what's the meaning of this? What the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the only ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that thinks the narrative.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Masterminds... Wait, what the fuck? We started with it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, I've done this before. What? Huh? Wait, what the fuck? Why are we back here? What? Where am I? Zonk. What are we doing back here? What the hell is going on, honestly? Oh. Finally. I can finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And I was awake. What's another dream? Look, there's a thingy there. The dream inside a giant hopeless nightmare. Not in the dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash piled high across the area. It must be some kind of underground garbage pit. The heck of a situation I found myself in. But I was just beginning my problems. Was I going to be stuck here until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after all when my good friend wanted to deceive me. I remember that too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me. That wrong button. I'm making that the thumbnail. Fuck y'all. And he used up his little last bit of strength to do it. So I can't give up now. Myself and for my friend. And down my pursuit of us while we began. First, I was looking way out of here. I mean, there's that door right there. It's locked. No matter how many times I push or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here is gonna be easy. I'm not gonna get out of here anytime soon. I started looking for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. And the 1,000 plants too. Next I need to search some water. There's no water here, is there? How can I survive with how can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all a bad idea? And pointless. I feel like I'm blocked off sites. That's not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'm never going to give up. After making that proud declaration, next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and undisturbed. That's the only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I came sure, but at least a full day had passed. All day was sleep and sleep. I was waiting for some kind of sign to come from the sky. However, what fell in the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Good on. What the? Strange sound pierced my silence isolation, driving me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage jolted in, only to form shape. Did something fall from below there? Something fall from above. Could have been. Let's look at the garbage. The giant piece of trash falls down here. I barely stretched my hand towards whatever had tumbled down with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash. Rude. Before she emerged from the garbage pile, I knew who it was.
Smells
I'm sorry.
awful.
I'm sorry, the cup of noodles kind of got me. Kyoko,
Indeed.
you look like you're doing better here than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in here. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, and then she faced it.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat up. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water which was holding out at me. For seconds, it was in my mouth, making its way down my stomach. Phew. That really hit the spot. Now I got the energy to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I keep going after all is what I'm good at. Well, it's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why'd you come rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no, to atone. Atone.
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my life. You were trying to save me, and I can't bring myself to do something to you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm not making excuses, but the reason I had to survive no matter what cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I could do what I came to school to do. What? I made my mind to come to Hope Peak for a very important reason. So you have a reason to come to Hope Peak.
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Until recently I forgot what it was. I forgot, but that's... I have no memory what my purpose was. No memory, that's possible. Amnesia? So it really was true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you realize Makoto? You remember Makoto? You remember the first thing that happened to each other as soon as we went to school? The first thing. You're talking about when you all fainted, right? I fainted and I woke up. I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would
Thinking
seem...
back on it now, at my point memory was gone. At that time I had forgotten. I can remember when I came to school. I can remember what my ultimate ability was. What made you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I'm positive the working mastermind stole my identity. But why would they want to do that? The only reason I can come up with, because my purpose, my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. Did the mastermind just stole that from you?
However...
And I could also mean some of my memories could be connected to the mystery of school and the mastermind, which I had to get them back, which I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But what if what you say is true? Why don't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
Yeah, I did that. We'd all work as one, and the mastermind would have no sorry way. Plus, there's always a chance the mastermind is always one of us. Actually, one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make it a big deal. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, you can't ignore it, right? Mastermind is one of us. And she believed that, then of course she wouldn't trust anyone. So in that case, it makes sense she would go into missing ability by herself.
However...
That being said, there's a limit to what I can do myself, which I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you're the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right. There's no way an ordinary kid like me would ever be the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Just like the treatment I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
You okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I can still trust you now. I'm not sure you're just relying on others.
Correct.
I know I'll never ask you for help the right way. And so I understand you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I didn't think... Maybe it's just her personality. You said you had a reason doing all investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's a lot that I still remember. But at the very least, I finally recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Yeah, it's pretty obvious by the fact. The ultimate detective. And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy was that there was someone I had to find here in school. You had to find someone. Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why do you want to find a headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turned out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes,
No matter what?
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at this point, but when he said that, I felt strange. I prefer sense now, since my whole purpose of coming here is to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Mikoto. I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster was the mastermind, but I didn't say how to protect him. I said that because I felt based on what was stuck in the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The headmaster has been the room has been ransacked. The shelves are a mess. The desk drawers were dumped on the floor. The only conclusion that someone who didn't know where anything was had been there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But that's why there? Because this is also where I found the headmaster's room. It's some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's file and that key. That map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have stayed overnight from time to time. I figured the headmaster would have kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were the case, the room would have likely called for who's. So I want to check.
Correct.
And when I suddenly remembered. I remembered my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you wonder We went in there to see if the headmaster really did have my room.
However,
Once I got there, I noticed that the second floor. Ah. So what's like that part of school? I mean, it's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain. You'll have to see for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must have been important and really ominous.
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor, yeah, which I had no idea what's going on with the rest of the building. I had to do it with
However...
Just to be very clear, I didn't kill her, and I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right. Well, that just means even everyone but you and me had an alibi. Then who can teach you right?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure, the mastermind is that directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed.
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That's the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew they could interfere directly. When because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Any restrictions are just... Yeah.
In other words...
The mastermind... adamant about following the rules, and when rules are placed, they can step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do so. The mastermind could step in because of the rules. That makes it so like the mastermind themselves is also bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out, but it's whatever. What's that? Important. One girl may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the gods of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me to cases just like this.
Anyway...
Which is exactly what happened to you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross. I gave chase right away, and as I followed, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and that's when I saw it happening. I interfered immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they were dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. I agreed to work the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have a conclusion as yet. I think if that's really bad, if true, it means mastermind can kill whoever they feel like. Wait, but doesn't that create another conundrum? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try to kill you because they can interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just that Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in her room. Everything they did was a contradiction. So what does that mean?
In other words...
It means the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that he's dead. I don't think the ultimate despair was just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
When you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to imply whoever caused you at that event. You're talking about
That's right.
What happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. We're responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair.
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose is motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that forces to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. That is a real enemy. Poggers. And that's where we end this episode. My throat's dying. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time, and goodbye.